Hey all, it's Dan, Book Nook Noggin, and I'm not used to dealing with manga, so that's why I had to flip it around real quick. So this is kind of backwards for me. I'm used to reading Western comics. So if you came here hoping that I'm someone who reviews manga all the time, I'm not that guy. But if you came here because of horror, or if you came here for comics, you're in the right place. So this is one of the newer short story collections from Junji Ito. This is his latest, called Tombs. This one, I've read and reviewed a number of different books by Junji Ito. I like his illustrative style. They're always black and white, which I'll admit I'm not really a big fan of black and white. And I will be honest with you guys, I really don't get like the whole culture differences when it comes to what they consider horror, what they consider scary. I will admit a lot of the stories in this were just kind of creepy. They weren't really they weren't scary. Like nothing really came off as scary. There was one story in particular, the self-titled story at the beginning was about a town where whenever someone dies in this town, they have to lay them down on the ground just before they die because their body turns into a tombstone. Really just kind of different. There was another one that was kind of creepy where the town was almost vampiric, where it would make the people kind of pale and thin and they would bleed profusely and repeat the cycle, rinse, repeat. There was another story about a creepy old lady who lived all by herself, and she's trying to seduce the young man who's like across the way. Their bedrooms are across from each other. It was really just kind of creepy stuff like that. I did appreciate it. I thought it was interesting, but like I said, I didn't really think this was over the top kind of scary for me. There was another story about a girl whose tongue turns into a slug. There was another story about, like I already mentioned, the grotesque. There was another one about these fuzzballs, and the fuzzballs would vocalize the person's most darkest thoughts. And it was just like, it's just a really silly, absurd kind of story, where people were going around trying to collect these fuzzballs because, like, oh, a celebrity had happened to think this one thing and they wanted to collect them like they were, collectibles. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I know that a lot of my friends on Goodreads really hyped this up. They really enjoyed it. Like, a lot of people gave this book a 4 or 5 star rating. Oh, yeah, there was another one where the mayor's wife had these brass statues installed and she was using them to listen to people in the park. So yeah, it was just stuff like that. But I mean, I thought this was okay. I gave this a 3 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. It is worth checking out. Like I said, most of the stories were just leaning towards creepy, not really scary, not really horrifying, not terrifying. They're just creepy stories. So I mean, if that's right up your alley, I'm going to say go ahead and check this out. Like I said, I'm not somebody who typically reviews manga. The artwork is nice. I do appreciate his style. I mean, he doesn't over-exaggerate the faces, which I feel like manga tends to do. It was an okay read. It was something to pass the time. I gave it a 3 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. And of course, as always, I will have a link to Amazon if you would like to purchase a copy for yourselves. Any and all purchases made through those links help me out. I get a very small percentage of everything that's sold through those links. I'm also going to throw down my coffee link if you wouldn't mind donating $1 or $2 to help support my channel. And if you can't do either of those things, but you want to see what's coming up next, by all means, hit that subscriber button and hit that notification bell. This is going to be a short, brief little video. Like I said, there isn't too much I can really say. This was a quick read. I think it was like 300 and some odd pages, 330 something. Yeah, check it out. If you are into horror and you're into manga, you're probably going to enjoy this more than I did. But yeah, that's all I got. Till next time, later guys.